Hey, this is Kathy, Crowder's Mountain in North Carolina. This is Barn Quilts by Mountain Visions. Look at this one. Is this not beautiful? I am telling you, I don't know whose pattern this is. A lady sent it to me and asked me to paint it for her. So I just jumped on it, and the colors are just amazing. And I'll show you them in the next, at the end, start to say in the next video, but that wouldn't help you, would it? I'll show them to you at the end of the video. And listen, this is just such an easy one to tape up and draw, but look how beautiful it is. I can't get over it. She's going to put it on a white fence that in her backyard that faces, she lives on a corner, so when you come around that corner and on both streets, you'll be able to see it. So here, so I was excited about that. So let me show you guys how I drew that. All right, first, if you'll look at this, you can see it. It's 24 by 24, and I have 1-inch borders. So that left me with 22 inches. And I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 blocks. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So I got 8 blocks. So I needed to divide 8 into 22, and let me show you that measurement. Okay, so we divided 8 into 22 and we got 2.75, so that's 2 3/4 inches. So that's easy to find on your ruler. Just 1, 2, and then 3. See, it's divided into 4 big sections, so you just need 3 of those. So instead of going down through there and I have done that before on my yardsticks that I can mark on, I'm not going to do that today, measuring all the way down. I'm not going to do that today. So I'm going to try to get my paper straight on here. Alright, so I'm just going to measure 1. I'm measuring 1 inch. Go ahead. I think I'll go ahead and draw that, mark that off for you, so we'll have that. That's our border. So now, like I said, we need our blocks to be 2 3/4 inches wide. So now I'm taking my ruler and I'm just going to mark it at 2 3/4 all the way down. Now that'd be easy to mark, to count it off and just mark your ruler. But this was easier for me. I didn't have to mark up all my... You have to get stuff out of your way to the left if you're trying to mark something, don't you? Let me go up here. I like to get my ruler right on that 0. I know I'll get it started right. And you can speed through this if you already know how to draw your grid. I didn't get that one right. One block at a time. Well, this particular one, it's almost like that, but it's not. I mean, it'd be kind of hard to do it that way. But we've got our grid, and we've got our border. So we just need to start in this left-hand corner. We're drawing a line from the bottom right to the top left. And we're going to go to the second one, second block, and go to the top of the second block on that next row. It's right across. And we're going to do the same thing on this third block. We're intersecting these blocks, these corners of our other blocks now, going straight up. Now, you've drawn that. You've drawn the corners, see? You've drawn these corners. You want me to color it in right quick so you can see, kind of get an idea. Well, I don't know that I got the colors out here that I need to, so y'all might just have to pretend. You just might have to pretend. So this one is going to be our dark green. And this is going to happen in all four corners. And then our light green goes here. And down here. And then our purple goes in these two, in this row. See that? Now there that is. That's the corner. And see how easy that was? Alright. So I'm not gonna color the other corners now. I'm just gonna draw them in. So we're going to the first block, the second block to the second block, the third block down to the third block. Like that. We're going to do that all the way around. Oh, mercy. Don't you just love the way my fingers get in my way? Okay. And from this one, I've got to get over there on that other table so I can reach what I'm doing. Okay, now all we got to do is draw the 3 crosses. And we'll be finished with this pattern. So it's not really hard. It is not really hard to tape up and paint either, because, you know, you just got straight lines. So let's do the cross in the middle. And I wanted it to be as big as it could be, so I measured down like 1/2 inch from this corner now. I measured 1/2 inch, and I measured 1/2 inch here. I just divided 2 3/4 and put half of it over here and half of it over here. And I'm doing the same thing here. I'm marking 1/2 inch and 1/2 inch so that I can get my ruler straight. And I know I got it straight. And I'm putting that on 2. And oh man, I drew that line too long. It's gonna confuse you if I don't get rid of it. I got crazy, didn't I? All right. So now that one's 2 3/4. And all we've got to do now is connect those lines. Okay, now we're going to draw the cross. So go over to the second block, 1, 2, and go down to the third one. And at the top of that third one, we want to find the center of that block. So you know it's 2 3/4. So I'm going to put mine at 1 1/2. And I'm going to go over here to this one, go over 2 and down 3, at the very top of it, mark it at 1 1/2. And I think we need to do that bottom part of that one too, so we make sure our lines are straight. At 1 1/2. And at 1 1/2. And we're going to draw the ends of our cross. And then we're just going to come over here and draw the top. And see? Now these are just guidelines, so you won't be painting any different unless you wanted to make it beveled looking, and you could do that, but we're not doing that. So now let's draw the cross on the right, and we need to come down in 1/2 inch. I mean 1/2 of a block. So instead of dividing like I did up here, I'm just going to say at 1 1/2. And I'm going to mark that one over here at 1 1/2. And that's where I'm drawing the top of that cross. And I'm going to come down. Let's see. That comes down. I'm trying to make sure I tell you right. It comes down. We're marking this one now at 1/2. So we mark that one, and we come down to the halfway point of the next block. I made a tick mark. We went over halfway and made a tick mark there. We're going to come down to that next one and 1 1/2. And this one 1 1/2. We get through drawing these tick marks, it's just like connect the dots. And this one. One and a half, and on this line, 1 1/2. Okay, so let me show you where all I put the tick marks. So I got a lot of them. Alright, So we made that one first to just get us started. Then we come down, made a 1/2 inch, made a tick mark. 1/2 inch on this one, made a tick mark. 1/2 inch here and 1/2 inch here. So look at this line, you'll have 4 tick marks at 1/2 inch, covering those 2 blocks and that half block. And then the very next row, we did the same thing. We got 4 tick marks at 1.5 inch on each one of those lines. Now, let me get that green marker. We come down here. We're coming down here. There you go. And then from this one over here all the way to the right, we're drawing it in and drawing it across there. See? These tick marks are just really to get your lines straight. Alright, so we got the top of the cross, and remember this part of the cross is not visible. It's supposedly in behind that one. I'll show you. So let's draw the bottom. We're just going all the way down. We're going all the way down to this first block, first row, second block. And we're going down to that third block at the top. And drawing a line across. So we've got that cross now, see? We've got that cross. And that corner right here is right here. All right. Now we're going to do, it'll be a little bit easier on this next one because you don't have to measure. So you had to make sure that one was farther down on your board than the one that's going to be on the left. So the ones that's going to be on the left, I'll do that in red, is easier to draw because you actually start, see this is that halfway block we made, you're actually going to start right, there's the whole block and go down one. And we're just going to follow along our grid marks on this one. So we have a half, and then we have a whole one here. And then we're going to come down. Well, we do have to measure a half here. On the very bottom, we're going to go to 1.5 here and 1.5 here. That way the cross, the bottom of it doesn't hit your angles down there. There you go. Let me show you that one. See that? It looks like here's the crosses going across that long piece, and that's a whole block. But these are just half blocks, and it looks like that part's behind your big cross. See? And I named this one because we couldn't find a pattern. I just named it 3 crosses. Now, you may know what the name of the pattern is, and if you do, I'd like for you to leave it for me so that I'd know myself what the true name of the pattern is. It's just beautiful. And I know she's going to enjoy it hanging on her fence. So I hope you subscribe, and I hope you join me on this adventure of barn quilt art. And I'll see you all. Oh, wait. I almost forgot to show you my colors. I'm always doing that. Alright, here's purple prints. Let me put the... Here, take a snapshot of that. Screenshot of that. And I hope you took some along the way, if I got out of the way for you enough. Alright, and here is the finished one. So I used purple prints. These bottles will be, a link will be down in the bottom, so you, in the description, if you want to order you some. And use code Kathy10 to get 10% off. I'm not monetized or anything like that. I just want to get y'all a discount if I can. I used mixed signal. And all these are Valspar. That's Park Picnic and Vegas Green. So there's Vegas Green. Here is the mixed signal. That's Park Picnic. And this one is Purple Prints that you can't hardly see. Okay. Y'all enjoy painting this one. And you might want to save it till next Easter, but I say display crosses anytime you want to. Always the season for that, right? I'll talk to y'all later. Bye now.